Welcome back to Mopar Madi's YouTube channel. Come and enjoy the ride.
Hey everybody, so today we're going to be cooking with Mopar Madi. So today we're making fajita, my homemade fajita. So I'm going to show you the things I've already done. So I've already got beans already out. Those are pretty easy, they're just to heat up. But I need to make the meat and the rice. So first thing I did was put Pam in the air fryer and put my meats in, so shrimp, crab, all that stuff. And I'll show you the ham that I use. This is the one I used. And this is all like dairy free. So everything is olive oil free, dairy free. And what I mean by that is because I can't have dairy or olives of any kind, olive oil, anything. So this is all free. So if you're allergic to that thing, you all can learn by me. So first thing I have been doing is cutting my onion. And I usually like to do one onion and cut it up, take the however you all like it to be. And I like my onions quite tiny, and I'm going to show you that. I like my onions quite small, so about this size. That's a little bit bigger, but very small. Next thing I like to do is I'm going to put it in the bowl so it can cook. So if I'm acting a little funny, I'm trying to figure out this new camera too. Like I've been saying in every video, this camera is really confusing, so this will work as we go. So I'm going to put in my onions. And some people might not want a whole entire onion in their fajita, but I like that. Next thing we're going to do is, y'all can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Now you all can see exactly what I'm doing. So next thing I'm going to do is cut my pepper. I like a lot of pepper in mine. So I'm going to start out with one and just kind of feel what I want to do. So I'm going to show you the best way how I like to cut it. I'm going to get a bigger knife. It's a little too big. Let me see if the other knives are over in the dishwasher. That's the knife I'm looking for. So for the kids under 10, and you need adult supervision for this, but I'm 19 years old, so I'm good. So the first thing you want to do is to take your knife and to cut the top off this way. Now, but when Maddie, you not take the coal out. I'm going to show you a better way. So you're going to take it and you're going to half it. Then you're going to go in the end. I'm going to show you and just cut that out. Whoops. And then you're going to throw it in the trash. So I'm going to go do that. And shake it out. Turn your pepper upside down and beat it so you can get it out. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So I take it upside down and I beat it over the trash can. I'm going to put this to the side. Now I'm going to cut this. I just cut the whatever's left on it. And pretty simple. It does make a mess because you got seeds, but I throw away the part that I cannot eat. And that's how you save a pepper. I've always done it, and it seems to work for me. It seems like a pretty good idea. It's always worked. I've done it since I learned how to make this. So I'm going to pick up my seeds here. Okay, now we're going to cut up the peppers the way we like it. So I'm just going to cut. I like my peppers to be bigger bites than smaller bites. So I just go in and cut what I think I need to cut. So let me see if I can get you all so you all can see. Okay. So I cut these up and I just put them in the pot. And I like mine to be bigger size. So, yeah. So now I turn over this part, the big cool part, and the edges that you can see on the bottom I just go in and cut in thirties. Then I take a half of it and just split right down the middle. Get all the pieces you can't eat of. Throw it in the pot. Same thing with this. We're just going to cut the size you like. I like mine to be on the bigger side, but I don't like this to be bigger, so sometimes I will chop up these in half. Like this. I will take it and just chop it in half. Same thing with this. You're just going to take it and chop them in half. Next thing you're going to do after you get all this in here, I'm going to need another pepper because I like extra peppers, so I'm going to do a time lapse so you all can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my oil in there. Put it on this side so I can see what I'm filming. There we go. So I've got my peppers in there on the time lapse, and I like a lot of peppers. That's how I like it. So I'm going to go over here to the cabinet and grab my oil. Let's see, I got any. Okay. So today we have this corn oil. Yes, we use a lot of oil in our house. So this is what Mom has. You can use whatever. You can use olive oil, whatever, canola oil, but this is what I'm going to use today. I put quite a bit of oil in there to make sure it is very moisturized or very liquidy, and it ain't going to stick to anything. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is go over to the air fryer and put it in. And there's no really a time that I put it on. I just kind of judge it. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do. So I put it in, and if you can see up top exactly, so I turn it and just let it cook. Alright, so I'm making beans right now. I thought I was going to have enough, but I don't. So I got my pot, and I'm just going to add these in here with it after this cools down, warms up. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in here. So what I do is just take the can, I go over to the sink, and I just put like literally, and I'm going to show you all, like very little water, just to get it kind of moist. Okay, so put it on the back, and I'm going to put it up to 6 and just see what it does. The food in the back is cooking, so I'm going to get a spatula here and just break up my beans so they're a little hard to break up or they're so thick. So you just get in there and break it up, and I'm going to definitely need more water, so I'll add a little bit more water. And just like with the beans, all you're doing is just heating them up, and these are the beans that I use. I love these beans. They really do. And you just sit there and just mix and add them, and I'm going to go ahead and add these other beans that's already been made. So all I'm really doing is just heating up beans. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Now, the hardest part for me, I'm gonna make sure these beans are nice and made. Okay. Now you're gonna need another one, and this is the rice that I use. It is brown rice, and it comes with a little package in here. It's a bowl in a bag. It's pretty easy and simple. So I'm just gonna go back. It's pretty very simple. So just put the bag in and fill up your pot all the way, or until it covers. Now on the thing it says 4 cups, but I just eyeball it. Alright. So I just eyeballed it. Now on the thing it does say 4 cups for 1 bowl. And now you need to boil uncovered for 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to put it on the back eye. And I'm going to turn the back eye on high. And when it starts to boil, you're going to put a 10-minute timer. I always do 10 minutes just to make sure. Then you're going to uncover it. So while this is doing it, I already go ahead and get out my bowls and everything that I'm going to need. So I might need 3 bowls, but I don't think I will, but I'm going to lay them out just in case. I don't think I'm going to need 3 bowls. No, I don't think I'm going to. Put a bowl back. Alright, so now all we do is wait until it starts to cook, and that's so simple. Quick meal. This would be good for somebody that's in college or lives alone, or like me, that I just want to make some food because I'm hungry. But yeah, just watch your food, make sure it don't burn, and throughout the thing, you're gonna need 2 more if I can find some spatulas. Looks like most of them are ready. Alright, so you're going to take another spatula. I'm going to come over here to the air fryer. I got my little thing to lay down. And every so often you're going to have to go in and just stir it up. And that's all you do. It's very, very simple how to make fajita. Very simple. All I do is got to wait until this starts boiling. Wait 10 minutes. And then I got to wait until this warms up. And it will be done after it warms up. So yeah, very, very simple. And when I got something to show you here in a minute, I'll make it look good. Alright, so my beans are getting hot. And if you see them start bubbling and trying to burn, just turn it down. I had it at 6 and I've got it at 4.5. So just keep, just really eyeball it. That's all you really have to do. And I'm just going to let it do its own thing. So, alright, so the beans are done. They're warm. Now this is starting to boil. It's not ready yet to put the 10-minute timer on, but it's very soon. And over here, I had to rotate the clock a little bit because it was not done. You can still see it's not done. I already stirred it again, so so it don't burn. So the beans are done, and sometimes I like even to, now if I'm cooking for somebody else and like a party or something, I won't do this. But since it's just for me, I will take a fork and see if it's warm enough. It's quite warm. I think I'm going to warm it up just a bit more. Sometimes I'll leave it on high and just leave it on low. That's all I'll do. And I'm going to kind of mix it around. It's pretty much warm. But I'm going to put it on. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, you can see that it is bubbling. And I'm going to put a 10-minute timer on. Put a 10-minute timer on. So Siri has got a 10-minute timer, and that's not what I want to do. I'm going to put on the fan so you can suck up the smoke. And you'll leave it in here for 10 minutes. And if you don't remember, you can look in the box. And I'm going to show y'all 8 to 10 minutes. Now, that's all we do is just wait. And when this is done and the meat is done, then we can eat. So, I'm going to check the meat. So I'm going to show you how it looks. I don't know if you can see it. You can see how it's getting a little dry. So I'm going to show you what I do about that. So this is when you're going to need to stir it up. You're going to need to stir it. When you see it looking a little dry, just keep stirring. Okay. Now it's ready to go. And I will taste of the meat here in a minute to see. And it still doesn't look well done, so I'm going to go in and just turn it just a little bit. And now all we do is wait for the food to cook. Alright, so the meat is done and the beans are done. So they are both done. All I've got is a minute and something for the rice. And now we're just going to assemble the food. Just got a little bit left on the rice. Just a few more minutes, so let's let the rice cook and we'll be back. Alright, so the timer just went off, so what you're going to do is turn it off and pull it to you. And then you need a bowl. Here's my bowl. And what you're going to do, you're going to take your fork, and let me see if I can get you all a better view to what I am doing. So you're going to take the fork, and I'm actually using my monitor so I can see what I'm doing. So that fork, and there is a little slit in there. Whoops, right there it is. Do not put your fingers in there. Use the fork. And now, I know I just said to put your fingers in there, but I got to. Okay. Now, you're going to take it and let it drain. Let it drain down. And then you're going to transfer it to the bowl. And that's how that works. And then you're just going to take that and just dump it out, but let it cool down a little bit. And I know you hear the timer over there, but it's out. It's just finishing its time. So I need scissors. Take some scissors and cut the bag. And we're going to, oh, hot. It's very hot. Okay. Shake it out. And that's how you make your rice. And I'm going to throw this away. Make sure it's not hot, so you don't burn yourself. That's how I make my rice. Pretty cool. Now we're going to get my bowl. I'm just going to move this to the back. Swap this over. Okay. Now we're going to get my bowl and we're going to make my food and we're going to have a good lunch. So, a little bit of rice. Not a lot of rice. Take some of the meat and peppers. And come over here and get the beans. Now, that is how you make homemade fajita. I hope y'all like this video. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you all in the next video.